Hey everybody, today I wanted to talk to you all about staying positive. I find that right now where I am in my life, I have to continually work at staying positive and staying hopeful and not getting overwhelmed with frustration and fear and just not losing my sense of purpose, if that makes sense. Because my life right now is a lot of appointments, it's a lot of resting, it's a lot of not doing many things. And something that really bothers me about that is right now I can't really be much of a contributing member of society. You know, I have my very, very part-time job. They've been wonderful working with me as I've gone ill when I haven't been able to work for a few weeks at a time, and they just are happy when I can get in there, and I've been completely blessed with that job. But I'm not there enough to really feel like I'm giving back. I don't have the energy to really volunteer anywhere for a significant amount of time. You know, I can't just bop into places and volunteer for 15 minutes and then I'm exhausted and that's all I can give. Like, I know places need volunteers, but they need volunteers that can commit to a few hours at a time. And so it's really hard for me to be at this stage, you know, especially as I am continuing to try and get healthier and try and get stronger and try and get more endurance and stamina and working with all these different therapists to help me gain strength again. And that's all helping myself, but I'm still here not really helping others. And that's a really hard pill to swallow sometimes. Because I don't want to be a contributing zero. I don't want to not leave my mark on the world. And it gets me down some days. It gets me down some days when I think about things that I'm not doing, you know. With all this health stuff, it's really affected, you know, my work life, but also my social life, hanging out with my friends' life, going on trips or concerts or museums, things like that. It's taken some of my emotional health, sends me down a little bit of a dark road sometimes, just thinking about like, how long is this going to go on before I start to feel better, or I get to the point where I can get my transplant so I can feel better. How long do I have to do this? And the truth is, there is no answer to that right now. There's no answer to that right now. And maybe some of you have things in your life going on right now where it does feel like you're not really able to contribute to society, or you feel like whatever problem, may it be health or may it be an economic status thing, or transportation or anything like that, is making a dent in your life from the way that you want to live, and you're just kind of stuck. This video is for you, because I get it. They might not be the exact same situations, but that's what I call or recognize as empathy. Like, I might not be able to relate to whatever it is that you're actually going through, but I feel like I can relate to the feelings you're feeling about it, if that makes sense. But yeah, so something was brought to my attention from my sisters when they were helping clean out my apartment and make it just nice and neat. And they reminded me about 7-8 years ago, I was going through a really hard time in my life, and I got really into making self-affirmation cards. I'd use my Sharpies because, P.S. by the way, I love Sharpies. I love all the Sharpies. I love like the ultra fine ones. I love the regular ones. I love the bigger, thicker ones. I love the neon colors and the metallics and the neutrals and the pastels. I love all of them. I have a huge bag of Sharpies, and they're some of my favorite things. But back then, I used all of them, and I made all sorts of positive self-affirmations just on note cards, and I'd cut them out, and I'd hang them up around my apartment. Like, there are just a ton here, and I haven't looked at them for years. And then I realized they really do help. They really do help. So I just wanted to share some of them with you guys, because me looking at these past couple days, it might sound silly, but it has really helped my mindset a lot with what's going on. So I picked out a couple that I want to share, and I hope that some of them ring true for you and maybe can help you. So, all right. First one. This one says, it's never too late to be what you could have been. We live a life where we can continually change and grow. It's never too late to change your place and where you are. You know, where I am today, 5 years down the road, I might look back and remember this experience and be grateful for what it taught me, but be a completely different person and be more perhaps the person I want to be now. So this one says, if plan A doesn't work, remember the alphabet has 25 more letters. A lot of times plan A doesn't work. It doesn't work, and a problem I've run into is when my plan A doesn't work, I rarely have a plan B or C, and I definitely don't have a plan like N or P or T or Y. But it's good to have backup plans, because even if we have the goal that we want, getting to that goal is not necessarily always going to be the straight line that you want it to be. You might have to take curves and bends and jumps and take the road less traveled to get there. All right. This one says, love yourself. Without your flaws, you wouldn't be you. I have lived a lot of my life dwelling on what I feel are my flaws and not embracing the charm that I have to offer people as well. Because in my mind, I have good qualities, but sometimes they get overshadowed by some of the weird things that I do, or my quirks or stuff like that. But as I've gotten older, I realize like those quirks, they're not flaws. So they make me quirky. They make me individual. They make me unique. They make me who I am. And I'm kind of cool. I'm kind of a cool person. So even with those quirks, not flaws. Okay. This one says, don't lose hope. When the sun goes down, the stars come out. And I mean, that's just like a metaphor and kind of cheesy, and there's another one that's like, don't shoot for the moon don't shoot for the stars when we've had people who have walked on the moon. You know, so basically it's just like, when the sun goes down and things seem really dark, if you look closely out the window, like you can see the stars. Okay. Be strong enough to hold on and brave enough to let go. And that's important because we're given different challenges in our life, and sometimes the challenges that come up, the solution to them is holding on and making it through that challenge and getting past it. But sometimes we get challenges in our life where it's like, nope, I am not meant to keep this part in my life, but I'm really scared to take it out of my life. And then you do. And I've had to let go of many things in my life that I was afraid to let go of. And it has always ended up being better. But there's that fear. The fear of the unknown, the fear of change, the fear of losing a relationship with somebody or losing a friendship. But if those things are not advantageous to your life anymore and are holding you back from becoming who you want to be and living the life that you want to live, you have to be brave. You have to make changes. It's not easy, but it's doable. I like this one a lot. It says, I will live my life the way I want to be remembered. For quite a long period of my life, I did not live my life the way that I want to be remembered. And it was a long, hard fight to turn around and change it and become somebody I feel will be remembered in a positive way. might not be contributing much to society these days, but I contribute positiveness to those people close to me, to my friends and my family. And for the rest of my life, I know that if anything were to happen, like, I would be remembered positively, because I made changes to not be a person that would be remembered wrong or remembered badly. So, but I think that's important. Like, every day you make decisions, and those decisions impact other people and impact you. And I just make it my goal to make decisions that will benefit me and also the other people that decision will impact. Okay, even on my weakest days, I got a little bit stronger. This is really applicable right now because I'm having some of my weakest days. I've been out of the hospital for almost 2 weeks now, and I'm still pretty weak, and I'm still really working hard in therapy and with eating and with getting enough rest. And I'm still really weak, but at the same time, I'm learning how to handle my body in this state to help it get better. So in that way, I am getting stronger every day. Okay, let's see. Think big thoughts and relish small pleasures. That's an important one. I see that as have dreams, have huge dreams, and work for those dreams, but don't forget to appreciate what we have right now, today, in our life that brings us joy and peace and happiness. You know, it's small things. The small pleasures are called small pleasures because they're small. They're not, you know, getting that huge goal accomplished, but it's just a little, you know, like for me, it's when I get to go spend time with my nieces and nephews, or when I find that I got my paycheck distributed into my checking account and I didn't know that was going to go there, or finding a really good deal on a makeup box. You know, it's just like small pleasures like that. And those small pleasures, it brings the happiness to hold you over till you get those big dreams done. Okay, let's see. Start living the rest of your life fearlessly. And I really like this one because I have been kind of a chicken my whole life. Like for the first, 33-ish years, I was afraid to speak my mind. I was afraid to ask for what I needed. I was afraid to let my needs and my wants be known because I thought it's inconvenient for other people and I don't deserve them listening to me and hearing me. And I had to realize, like, I can't get my life where I want if I'm scared to voice what I want to get to that life. And it's a really long process to change that mindset. And I still get really nervous sometimes when I have to talk to people about like what I need to, what I expect and what I deserve and what I'm willing to give in return. Because relationships are a two-way street. It's very intimidating, but I just, when I have to have like a tough conversation with somebody or ask a tough question, I keep remembering in my mind, the worst thing that they can say is no. And I can put up with no, right? So I don't always know what I'm so nervous about, but I've been really working on realizing they might say no and still saying what's on my heart. A couple more. This says, I can heal, feel, and deal. This is applicable right now because I can heal. I'm healing. I'm feeling a whole lot of emotions about what's going on, and I'm also taking the steps to deal with them because there's a lot going on up here that I am dealing with in terms of everything that's going on down here. And then the last one I have is, hope is the heartbeat of the soul. And I get hopeless sometimes. I'm not gonna lie. I wonder, why me? And then I wonder, well, why not me? But a lot more. It's whiny, and I get pretty blue about it. And that's where I'm glad I have such a good support system, because my support system, they really help bring me out of that hole and keep my hope alive and keep that hope like burning in my heart, because I cannot be hopeless about this situation. Because this situation, it's not Natalie, it's not my life. It's my life right now. It's a chapter. So, I mean, like I said, I have so many more in here, and I love all the colors of them. You know, I just tried to pick out ones that kind of related more to what I'm going through now, instead of back then. But I think I shared some pretty good ones. This is one that says, "Do not focus on the misery. Instead, focus on all the beauty that remains in the world." Because there's a lot of tough stuff going on around the world these days, but there's a lot of beautiful things that are happening too. Now, this is the last one. Okay. Be brave when you are scared. Be strong when you feel weak. And be humble when you are victorious. I'm going to be victorious someday. You're going to be victorious someday. We just have to weather through these storms. What's that Dolly Parton quote? I think it's, and is it Dolly Parton or is it Reba McEntire? I can't remember. But it's just like, you know, to see the rainbow, you have to be willing to dance in the rain. Or you have to get through the storm to see the rainbow, something like that. And I've been through a couple rainstorms in my life. And you know, honestly, when those rainstorms have ended, I've also had some rainstorms have ended. I've also had some rainbows. So anyway, that's what I have today. I'm starting to put some of these up around my apartment again, just to be like positivity. And I thought it's really cool to share this sort of stuff with you. And I mean, if you guys ever want to do anything like that, you can just Google in like self-affirmation quotes and you get lists and lists. I just saw on my windowsill, oh, my bag of Sharpies. This is my bag of Sharpies. Some of them are starting to dry out a little bit because I've had them a long time. So I might head over to Staples this week and get some more, which is really exciting. But for that's all I have today. I just had this overwhelming urge when I was looking at this. I was like, I want to share some of these thoughts with you guys. So thank you for watching this video with me. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.